Dude, making a fool of yourself on YouTube, that's fantastic. Because I did that all night last night. I don't know, like, I think everyone feels like a fool when they talk to a camera for, well, I did it for hours, but it's totally different than talking with somebody. Like, it's weird because, like, here it's perceived that I'm making eye contact with you, right? I'm trying to visualize you looking at me, but really I see a blue light next to a lens, and I'm looking at a machine, right? It's so strange, it's so different, but, and I think that's why, for me at least, that's why I feel like I'm making a fool out of myself. But I mean, I hope that everyone who makes videos they experience the same thing. Hope, I don't know, could be the what was this video about? Flaws, right? Okay. I think it's interesting. Like, we have chain, like, emails. They have chain letters they send out that you respond and forward to like 50 people, or you'll have a bad love life or something. And so now on YouTube we've got the same phenomenon going on. What makes people make videos about flaws of themselves? Like, I don't know. The reason I'm doing it is because I want to be part of that dialogue and learn about people and everything. You can't, it's not something, you don't go up to your circle of friends while you're at Chili's. I like Chili's, I don't know. And just, you know, you're all around, you have your nachos and your drinks, and then, like, okay, well, I'm gonna list 5 flaws about myself, and then let's go around in a circle and let's all talk about that. I mean, it's not gonna happen. So it's different, and I think it's kind of cool. We'll see how long it lasts. Might not, it being my interest in this YouTube stuff. One of your flaws you talked about was sneezing, and that's funny because I don't really consider that. Is that really a flaw? I mean, everyone, I guess it's a flaw. Everyone has it, unless you do it too much, or you think you do it too much. But I think if you think it's a flaw, then it probably is a flaw, because that's all that really matters, right? Is what you think about that kind of stuff. Like, I have really long hair. I haven't had long hair all my life. Actually, the majority of my life I've had really, really short hair. So I don't consider long hair a flaw. I kind of like having long hair at this time. You know, I'm going to school. I have a very lax job. In the future, with what I want to do with my career, I'm going to have short hair. I'm going to have to be extremely professional. In fact, all these videos that I have on now and then I'm going to make in the future, in like 3 years, I'm going to have to take them all off. Most likely. Unless the social climate changes tenfold, which it won't. I don't think so. Anyway, my point is that other people might consider my long hair a flaw. So flaws are relative, right? I don't know. Flaws about myself. To continue the chain in response to your video, I ramble a lot. I talk a lot, as you can probably already tell. I'm looking at this 3.5 minutes. I'm just starting to get to the point in this video, which is to list flaws about yourself that I consider flaws, right? So the first one would be like, I talk a lot, especially when I don't know what to say, which I find very interesting. When I'm having a conversation with somebody, like on the phone or face to face, if there's not a lot of dialogue going back and forth, like if we're not talking about something, I'm not saying on topic with an issue, me and person A sit down to talk about planning a vacation together, right? That keeps us in the that keeps something for us to talk about. It keeps the conversation going. If there's nothing to talk about and the other person's just kind of silent, kind of like sipping on a drink, or you know what? I don't know what that is. That's more like smoking. But, then it's supposed to be a straw, actually. If they're not really saying anything, then I'm gonna go on about anything. Like, that's what I do. It's not that I'm nervous. It's not that I talk a lot when I'm nervous. It's like I don't really like silence. So, kind of in the manner of which I'm speaking now, which is just kind of all over the place, and just kind of me speaking what I'm thinking, what's going on in my head, just directly out. That's kind of the way I speak when other people are quiet. And obviously, no one's responding to me now. It's just me talking to you. You're not responding yet. And what I want what I want, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's in a real life setting with a real person. What I want is the other person to respond to me, because I like conversations. I don't necessarily like talking, just me talking all the time, but I do it because I like that. I can tolerate that more than silence. So that's probably my biggest flaw. Are we supposed to list two? You listed two. You you were talking about your breasts. You thought they were too big, and then you said that people don't want to have large breasts. And I'm glad I don't have to deal with that problem, because I don't have any. But I have so many flaws, right? I think that's my biggest one, just going on about things that I'm not sure if people care about or not. And that's the thing, like with YouTube, I can keep going and going and going, because unlike a silent person who can say something to shut me up, you can't do that. You can stop the video, right? But I still went on talking whether you listen to me or not. So with that being said, I'm going to end it. But that was very interesting. This was interesting. Video me back, right? I want to hear more about your flaws.